boy, fall is coming. We're sitting at about 16 degrees there now, outside and inside. Not warming up a lot in here today. We have no sun. We're expecting rain. So I've got a couple things I want to get done before that rain comes. First, a very quick check in here, see how things are doing. A little peek down here. Yeah, the water's still flowing. We have lots and lots of beautiful yellow peppers. Now, before we pick some of these peppers, we're going to head out in the garden because I need some carrots and some potatoes to go with lunch on Saturday. So I'll take a bowl and something to dig them up with. I'll see you out there. I think we're going to start off with a couple potatoes and dig right around the corner here and see what we get. Oh, we need an onion as well. Gotta have an onion to go with our lunch. Come over this way. We'll find ourselves an onion. Don't want to take one of the real big ones there yet. I don't want a real small one either. It's fine when it's already fallen over. How about this guy right here? Nice onion. We'll go with that one. Okay, let's see what we got here. See if we can get enough potatoes for lunch. See if they're any good. There we go. We're gonna add a couple. Just loosen up the ground here. They are small. They look to be okay though. Hoping we're going to have more than that. The other ones I dug up a while ago were much deeper. So I'm hoping as we go deeper, here we go. Still a bit small. Looks like one hole there from a wire worm. Yeah, these need to be in the ground a little while yet. Here we go, another one. So these are small potatoes. So now I want to try a couple from the other bed as well. So let's go over there. See what we're getting in this bed. All right, we have potatoes, but they are small as well. They need to be in the ground another while. Look, I have a hole there, a couple holes in that one from wire worms. You can see there, holes from the wire worms. So they are on the go. Not as bad as I have seen at other times, but they're nonetheless. And these potatoes do need to grow another bit. They're still small. I got a feeling they're going to be another month and a half or more. All right, for our lunch this time around, I think that's going to actually, no, let's take up one more. Let's take up this guy over here. This was a potato that I discovered growing this spring, and it was from a potato that got left in the ground last fall. So let's see how this one's doing. Well, this is red potatoes here. Okay, this is a little bit better size. There we go. A little bit of evidence on these here from the wire worms as well. But it's not too bad. Those areas can be cut away. This one here is after splitting open. It's after growing so much. Huh? Growing hard. Oh my, here, look. This plant did all right for a leftover from last year. So my understanding is that the wire worms will be in the ground if the ground is hard. Loose ground, I understand they can't get through as well. So that's why I tried to loosen up my soil as much as possible this year. And it is better than last year from what I'm seeing so far, but it is hard down the bottom here though. All right, I think that's what we got on that plant. Let's get a few carrots, and then we'll head back to the greenhouse. Now these carrots here were the first ones that were planted. That's a nice carrot. I think if I can get half a dozen of those, I'm going to drop them off today for Diane as payment for that loaf of homemade bread she gave me the other day. See if I can find another couple large ones here. Most of these I would be tempted to leave them another while. But these are good looking carrots. And find another large one here. There's one in there. What do you think, Diane? That good for that loaf of bread? In they go. Now, a few carrots for lunch. I'm going to pick out a couple large ones from here, and then a couple from the other bed. All right, so there's one. Let's see what we got down through here. A lot of these are still pretty small. On there, it looks good. All right. So we're going to take those two for lunch tomorrow. And we're going to go over here. These were planted a couple weeks later. And we'll find a couple in here. It's harder to find them in here that are poking up through. We're going to look. I did see a little bit of orange down right here. See how this looks. Alright, so that's a longer, slimmer carrot. So we'll take that one. I'm looking to see, oh, it's big enough that it's actually pushing its way up through the ground, and I'm not seeing near as much here coming up through the ground as with the other carrots. I see one right there. That guy's going with us. All right. So that's a couple from each bed there for our lunch. Looks good. All right, so the two longer ones are from over there, and those two are from right here. Here we go. That'll be our catch. All right, let's go back to the greenhouse. We'll get some peppers. Here we go. All right. Now I've got another small bowl here someplace. I got a feeling that's not going to cut it. Let me go get a bigger bowl because I want to get 4 trays of these yellow peppers and a couple red ones to go in the freeze dryer. I'll be right back. What do you think? This makes more sense. This makes more sense. All right, let's start by thinning out some of these over here. I have this beautiful big yellow one right here. It's a nice one. Very pleased with these this year. Nice one there. Take that whole branch off there. We'll clean that up after. This guy. So I'm picking them here now that are completely yellow as much as I can see as I'm going. But I'm also trying to take the ones off the top to let more sunlight get to those down below. Oh, back there's got a little hint of orange on it. Let's take that one. There we go. Yeah, I think this guy here is ready to go. Got an awful lot of yellow ones this year. A lot of yellow ones. This crazy little guy here, we're going to take he as well. Okay, let's see what we have down here. All right, I see one in here that looks like it's blocking a bit of light and so on to the other ones. So I'm going to snip that one off right there. Some nice pepper. We have a really big one down here, and I think it's done changing color. Just about done anyway. We're going to take it. Very nice peppers. The yellow ones I find to be so sweet. They're all good, and they're all quite sweet. But the yellow ones I find to be the most sweet. A little bit of orange on that one. I also see another one that's in back there, sort of pinned up against the NFT. I'm going to carefully get my snippers down and take that one. It's bright yellow. Okay, before our bowl gets too full, we're going to get a couple of red ones in there. How's this guy doing? It's still a little bit dark on the bottom there. This guy, I can't see the back of it too well. It looks like it's pretty well changed. So we're going to get our snippers in through there and right there. Yeah, okay, so it's still a little bit dark there. They go from green to almost a black, and then they change to red. I don't know why that is. The yellow ones and the orange ones go from green right to their color. The red ones will go really dark. And you can see that down here on this one. So that's out of the sunlight, and therefore it's slower changing. A nice yellow one right here, look. Let's get the snippers in there, and we'll take that one. Look how bright that is. So nice. Believe it or not, we're still eating stuffed peppers from last year. We had such a good crop last year, and this year I think we've outdone it. I think we're going to have a really good crop again. Already my wife is saying, yeah, we don't need any more to stuff. We got 20 stuffed ones in the freezer now. So all of these, we're going to slice them, and they're going to be laid out on trays and freeze dried. From that, they're going to go into mason jars where we can take them out, use them in stir fries and salads, whatever we want. They'll rehydrate once they come out, and they won't be just like they are now, but they'll be pretty close, a lot better than when they're frozen. So let's get another couple, and that'll give us a bowl full. We've got a nice orange one there, or almost orange. This guy here seems to be a little bit dragging down on the plant a bit. It is done growing, so we're going to take that one. I see a nice yellow one right there we're going to take. And we're going to take this one right here. A little bit more red to go into the mix. This red one here still has a lot of dark on it. And this one here is going from green to the dark color now before it turns red. So these here will become red later on, but they're going to be a little while yet. And I think we have our haul for today. So we're going to take our peppers and our few vegetables and head in the house. So we'll see you next time right here in the greenhouse.